that as a visioning statement. That's beautiful. Because on some level, we do have our way, don't we? Power of our thought, we do have our way. It's beautiful. Things would be different. So today we're going to talk to some people, or let some people talk to you, who have had their way. And so what I've done is, I listen to a lot of people tell their stories. When people come to the line, I listen. And in classes, I listen. And I hear sometimes the success stories. Keep it tucked in your hat, because if you have a success story that you think everybody else would like to hear, you need to let me hear it first. So today I've chosen 4 people because they come from different applications. We have one person who's going to talk about success in relationship. We have one who's going to talk about forgiveness and inner peace. We have one who's going to talk about handling change and listening to the inner voice. And one who's going to speak about health. They each know they got about 5 minutes or so. So they're going to comprise my whole talk. And I'm just going to invite them up and weave them through, okay? So I would like to first invite up Mr. Jesse. And I'm going to give him a little hand. Three steps. 1, 2, 2. Perfect. All right. And I'm going to put you right here, just like on your wedding date. And then here's the microphone. All right, this is Jesse. So he's going to start and give us some.
Good morning, Harmony Center.
Yeah. Morning, Jesse.
First of all, dedicated to the universe, the God of my understanding. To all of you. And, well, to someone else, whom you'll discover along the basis of my talk. That's Reverend Sean says, right?
Yes.
So, both the song that Marie sang and Joanne reading actually put me on course with what I wanted to say, because I think that the basis is freedom.
Yes.
The freedom to be, to think, and just to be who you really want to be. And sometimes we don't know. We're afraid. So here's my story. It started after a long and agonizing, to me anyway, breakup that left my heart shattered. And, I tried everything, listening to people, getting, feedback from different areas, until I came about a book called The Secret, which I didn't even know would drastically change my entire life. So anyway, in chapter 6, based on relationships, I was given some information, which at first I thought was pretty crazy. From Law of Attraction specialist Mike Dooley in his book, Leveraging the Universe and Engaging the Magic, in which he says that sometimes you have to fake it to make it. Yes? So sometimes in his book, well, the secret portion of it, it says that sometimes you have to act as if. So that's exactly what I did. I followed the instructions. I knew deep down, first of all, that I wanted a relationship. That's the first thing I think, is to ask yourself what you really want. Get clear on it. So what I did is I sat down and I said, okay, I want a relationship. I think that is a little fresh start. So that's exactly what I did. And in the book it says, how would you act if you had a relationship? If you were in a relationship, would you eat for one person, or would you order for one person? Would you have room for one room in your house? And of course, sometimes we do everything in the complete opposite way. So it also stated that sometimes you have to make room for your desires to come about, and we sometimes don't know how to do that. So what I did is started sleeping on one side of the bed, making space. Actually, to be really honest with all of you, I didn't even have a bed. I slept on the floor with some blankets. But in that space of mine, I just slept on one side, leaving space for my partner. And I didn't even have my own room. I shared a space with some of my sisters at the time. So on my portion of the closet, if you will, I made space for my partner's clothes, because if my partner arrived, where were they going to put their clothes? right? So I started doing that. And even funnier is at the dinner table. I started arranging for two. I had a pizza, well, whenever I ordered a pizza, I'd set out two plates, 2 cups, and people would come around, my family members, you know, you gotta love them. They said, what are you doing? There's so many people eating. I said, well, I'm waiting for my perfect partner to arrive, so might as well start. Of course, you know, when you're not part of this philosophy or the basis of it, at least, because I didn't even know it was religious science or new thought movement period. They don't know, they don't understand it. They say, you're crazy. But I still kept on doing it, and sometimes I feel that a lot of us don't give ourselves the opportunity to come clean with ourselves and to know what we really want. So basically, make a long story short, also you have to keep, what helped me was to keep an open mind toward things. Allow the universe to just pour in its blessings to you and to your life, and you never know what it's going to bring. Sometimes it may bring something that, you know, you hadn't even thought about. Because all my life, I wanted a particular kind of person, a particular kind of relationship, one kind of life, and I never knew that the universe would show me different. You never know what's going to come about. All you have to do is just make a wish, so to speak, and don't allow your thoughts and your actions to contradict each other. You know, so that is what has helped me. And you know, you always have a choice. Choice is very important. So, you know, as the years processed, you know, I didn't even know. I was starting to give up because I said, oh, that's just crazy. I guess they are crazy in the end. You know, I guess and suddenly, I met up with who is now my wife on Facebook, and this is also dedicated to you, Celia. I love you. You really have made my life. So after, you know, believing in out of nothing, out of nowhere, I didn't know how it was going to come about. I didn't even know I was going to meet her on Facebook. Thank you, Facebook. So if I may just say a couple more words, is allow yourself, give yourself the freedom to go as far and as high as you want. Allow yourself to dream, allow yourself to paint pictures of your relationships if that's what you want. It doesn't have to be a relationship. It could be anything else. You never know what the universe will bring to you. And so, dream on. Yeah.
And I got to officiate your wedding.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Jesse. By the way, his wife does call him Reverend Jesse. You can kind of see that tendency, okay?
Do they still sleep on the floor?
None of our business. All I know is they're happy because I'm on Facebook with them too, and I hear it. It's all over the place. Wonderful. So thank you for that, Jesse. So we're also going to move now into what I call forgiveness and inner peace for a completely different story. So I'm going to invite up Becky to come on up, and you can give her some love on the way in.
So 15 years, 4 months, and 5 days ago, my life took a very tragic turn. That was the day my oldest brother Danny was murdered. I received a phone call at 7:35 p.m. and was given the news. And I was pretty devastated. It was not the news one expects to receive. But as I often do in my life, I'm the family fixer. And I went into overdrive.